does the anxiety of never seem to getting it all done around the house stop you from starting sometimes? And I have personally felt, and I have heard time and time again from so many friends and clients who've shared their frustration. And what I've come to realize is that we all sometimes feel completely unmotivated or overwhelmed by our messy or dirty homes. So that's why I'm excited to share with you finally our 21-day couch to clean challenge with you. This challenge is designed to help you go from feeling stuck and completely overwhelmed to actually feeling motivated to clean without burning out or spending hours doing it every day. That's not what this is all about. So we are starting small with just 5 minutes, keeping it real, and most importantly, making it really doable. So for those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Stephanie, and I teach people how to keep their homes cleaner with less stress. And I teach aspiring cleaning professionals the skills and tools to do what I do and make a great living on a part-time basis. And before we forget, please click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to save this video now so you can follow along for the next 21 days with this exact video right here. It's all here, all within this video. The only thing that is outside of this video, and I'm gonna link it above in our description, are our task lists. Try to say that 100 times fast. Task lists, and those are going to be linked right above for you. So if you are ready, do those things real quick and let's get started. And then don't forget to please join us in the chat, and so we can cheer you on. And don't forget to join us in the chat so we can all cheer you on and give you that support that you know you're not alone. So it does not feel so lonely, and that we can all be a supportive community who are happy to encourage and support each other here. So here we go. So day 1 through 4. So we are what we're going to do is, you probably have a timer on your phone. Maybe you have one in your kitchen that you can set. Whatever the case may be, you're going to find a timer that's accessible to you, and you are going to set it. And you are going to check one thing off of the daily task list. Now, like I said, I've got a separate video just for each task list, just so that way, if you need to access that really quick without going through this whole video, you can do that too. So that's going to be available for you right up top. But it's also going to encourage the folks that find the task lists to come join us over here on the 21-day challenge. So if that is you, go ahead and drop a car emoji below so I know that that is you. So on our daily tasks list, we have make your bed, do the dishes, unload of laundry, make meals, and load the dishwasher, wipe the kitchen countertops, and sweep the kitchen or any other high traffic areas. So again, we go into a little bit more detail, but that's the basics of that list. And then before we start getting things checked off of that list, just do a quick review of that list right now. Think about those things on the list. If there is anything that doesn't apply to you, maybe you literally do not cook at home because maybe you cook in a kitchen at a restaurant and you're always just bringing home food, so you're not really needing to cook at home, or maybe you have your laundry done by a laundry service elsewhere, so maybe you can take that off. So if there are any tasks on there that you can take off, go ahead and think about something else that is around your house that maybe you might want to add to the task list. And of course, you might want to see my other video for the weekly and monthly task list and maybe kind of wiggle stuff around. So these task lists, again, are not set in stone. You can absolutely modify and change. And if there's something that you see when we are in the evaluation phase, which we will get to right at the very end, so stay tuned to that, that's going to help us kind of like put it all together. So on our Okay, so day 1 through 4. So what we're going to do is take that daily task list, and you are going to set that 5-minute timer, and you are going to do as much as you can within that 5 minutes. You're going to pick one task, stick to it, and if you finish it within the 5 minutes, awesome, congratulations, you just checked something off of your daily task list. Awesome. If you got just a portion of it done, no worries. When you have another little burst of energy, or maybe just a moment here or there, and we'll kind of talk about like how to find those little pockets of moments, you're going to go ahead and tackle those tasks until that task is done. So it's not impossible, and you can bite size and like chunk all of your tasks down in order to get these things done. So it's not an impossible thing at all. And it's okay if you go to bed without finishing all of your daily task list. If you didn't get it all done, it is okay. I'm a big believer in, I try to do my best every day, but my best every day is going to look different. So something I read in the 4 Agreements, if you've never read that book, I love it. It's kind of been like a little guidepost for me. So, but if you're always doing your best every day, and like I said, your best is going to look different every single day. So maybe on Monday, I felt like hot garbage, but then 2 or 3 days later, I've got the energy back. And that's literally what happened to me. I was not feeling well. I stayed home sick. I definitely was not motivated to like clean or do much of anything. I think I may have like loaded or unloaded. I think I may have just put dishes in the dishwasher. Like that was it for my energy. But I was proud of myself for actually like not leaving them sit in the sink and get really gross, which is only going to help me feel grosser. So I just did those things as self-care for myself so I could feel healthier and move forward like that. So it's okay if you don't complete everything, but congratulate yourself for everything that you did, and not reward yourself, but commend yourself for a job well done. So moving on to day 5, 6, and 7. So 5 through 7, you're going to have, we're going to change things up a little bit. So on days 5, 6, and 7, we are setting a 10-minute timer this time instead of a 5-minute timer. So during days 1 through 4, you're probably setting that 5-minute timer and going, oh gosh, I wish I had like 1 more minute to just like pull it all together. So on days 5 through 7, we're going to change that timer to a 10-minute timer now. And we are going to, again, we are still working on those daily task lists, because you are building this muscle memory of doing things again and again. And you're finding little pockets and little ways for you to have that time to get those tasks done. For example, on your daily task list, one of the things is making meals. That is my perfect opportunity for me when I am already in the kitchen, I'm chopping things, I'm doing things, and while I'm doing that, maybe I put a pot on the stove and it needs to get to a boil. Or maybe I turned on my tea kettle and I need it to get to a boil. During those like 90 seconds or 5 minutes or what have you, just quick set a real quick timer. And while you're waiting for these other things to get done, you can tackle those daily tasks. And that's how we find those little pockets, those little time opportunities to really kind of seize and take advantage of. Or again, like I said, if you're waiting for a pot to literally boil, you're waiting for the oven to warm up before you throw your pizza rolls in the oven. That's literally what I do. I'm like, I'll turn on the oven, I set my pizza rolls on the tray, and then I'm like, okay, I've got, and I'm going to give myself 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So now that we've moved on to day 5 through 7, you're going to give yourself a little 10-minute timer, and then I start to tackle things. So I'll run downstairs in the basement, start a load of laundry. And that's the other thing too, like with the laundries, for to be specific. So on the other video, I kind of go into a little bit more detail, but here I'm just gonna kind of give you like a little bite size. Laundry is literally like 5 minutes, like 5 or 10 minute like bursts. It takes you 5 minutes to throw a load in, typically. Maybe 10 minutes if you're standing there, like if you've got some like things to scrub before you place them in the washer. Or like me, I have laundry bags that I put like delicate items like swimwear and underwear and things like that. I'll put them in those little linen or laundry bags. So it takes me like 5 minutes to put it in, and then 5 minutes to rotate it, and then 5 minutes to pull it out into, put it into a laundry basket. Now, you do not have to fold all of your laundry all right away. What you can do, time-saving little tip, is go ahead and, like I said, you've got that 5 minutes. Go ahead and pull those clothes out of your dryer, lay them flat in your laundry basket. That's why I don't like the little round laundry baskets, except for like socks and, maybe some like rags and towels and things like that. But otherwise, I like a longer laundry basket, so that way I can lay my clothes flat across, and then they're not getting wrinkled too bad. And then if I have to like do that, bring it up, put it on my bed before I go to work, at least that part is done, and then I can come home and deal with it, or I can deal with it tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, whatever the case may be. So you just find those little pockets, and then you just check things off of your list until the list is done. And that is literally it every single day. And I've kind of created a morning routine. So that's the thing with this, is that you'll find a rhythm. You'll find your own rhythm, and I can't really dictate to you how you should do it, because I don't think it should be that set in stone. I think that you need to use this structure to modify it and make it your own, and make it to fit your lifestyle, because we all have a different lifestyle. There have been times in my life where I've had folks live with me, and it's been chaos and crazy, and just a lot of people in the kitchen and all over the house and the bathroom and things. And it's hard to get all those things done that, that you'd like to. And like right now, I'm just solo gal living by myself, and it's pretty easy to maintain, but at the same time, it's just a different lifestyle altogether. So there's that. So again, it's okay if you don't make a lot of progress. Just focus on daily consistency. That's for day 5 through 7. You're doing that 10-minute timer, working on the daily task and the one weekly task per day. And then we are moving on to day 8 through 10. So set a 15-minute timer now for yourself, and work on daily tasks. So try to complete those in that time. Again, give yourself grace, it's okay. Plus one weekly task per day. If you're doing just one a day, whatever you have time for. And you kind of are figuring things out at this point. So you're kind of seeing like what only takes like 30 seconds to do and what takes like a solid like 15 minutes to do. And you'll kind of know how to manage that and navigate. So on day 8 through 10, you're gonna be setting a 15-minute timer for yourself, and you're gonna work on all of your daily tasks as you're getting into the rhythm of doing. And then you're going to add 1 weekly task per day. And again, we've got a separate video for that that's gonna be linked above for your convenience. But quickly to just review those will likely include, and again, you can feel free to wiggle these things as you and your household require. So you might move some of these over to like a daily task, or you might move them down to like a monthly task. You figure it out, right? So you're gonna take out the trash and sanitize and line all of the trash cans. You are going to do meal planning and prepping. So like preparing the meal, cleaning up the meal, and that kind of thing. Or you're going to figure out like what your meals are gonna be for the week. Maybe you're gonna look at your grocery list and yada yada. And you're gonna grocery shop, whether you are plugging things in on a computer and having your groceries delivered to you, or you're actually going out to the physical grocery stores on your own. And then you're going to vacuum, sweep, and mop all of your floors on your weekly tasks. So again, you can break these up. You can do like just the kitchen, just the hallways, just the bathroom, whatever, how it makes sense to chunk it down, but that's how you're going to get those done. And then you're gonna sanitize the bathroom sinks, toilets, and showers. And I will be honest with you, I have chunked this down a lot. Sometimes all I have time for is to clean the toilet and the sink, close the shower curtain when I have people coming over. They're not taking a shower and they really just need the sink and the toilet. So do what you gotta do. I always say done is better than perfect, and whatever you need to do to keep your sanity and get it all done in, you know, the proper time, do what you gotta do. And then we are looking at surface dusting for your bedrooms and living area and any of your general living space, essentially. And surface dusting can be either physically picking an item up and dusting, or it can be just running a feather duster over things too, or like Swiffer high dusting, low dusting kind of a thing. So you know what you need. And then surface detail kitchen, we're gonna do this once a week. So this is gonna include our cabinets, our countertops, outside of the refrigerator, outside of the dishwasher, detailed cleaning of the stovetop, outside and inside of the microwave because food goes there. And we're gonna polish our stainless items, so like your sink, your faucets and things, make those nice and shiny and pretty. And then you're going to also remove all of your expired food, which I recommend to do on your trash day. So you're gonna combine those. That's typically like how I do it, because I literally just did it on a little, like I was doing work and I have this video thing that I watch that I will actually probably, you know, that I think about it, I will probably share it on my work playlist, because I have a work playlist just to help my productivity with cleaning. So it's like 20 minutes of working and then 5-minute breaks. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Okay, so we are on day 11 to 14. So we are getting through to the end of our second week. We are going to now increase that time by 20 minutes. So we are going to set a 20-minute timer for yourself and work on all your daily tasks, 1 weekly task per day. And you're already starting to find kind of a rhythm with these tasks. And some you're gonna find that you're despising doing, but some aren't so bad. So everybody, I feel like, has like a favorite cleaning task to do, and then you always have something that you like dread and you're not looking forward to. But there's really nothing like walking into a nice fresh clean room or sleeping on clean sheets or finally having the laundry caught up. If you can see like the bottom of it, of all your dirty laundry baskets, that's such a blessing and a comfort. So to finish out the second week of the challenge, give yourself just that little bit of extra time to get those weekly tasks done that need a little bit more attention. So moving on to day 15 to 18, we are getting there. So you're going to still stay at that 20 minutes. You're gonna set your 20-minute timer for yourself and work on your daily tasks, plus one weekly task, plus one monthly task per day. And again, this is not just 20 minutes tops, 20-minute bursts. Whenever you have little pockets of time, you're gonna go ahead and set that 20-minute timer, and you're gonna do things, do some chores, do some things, do some work, and then check those tasks off of your list. So we are finally getting to the end. So day 19 through 21, we are setting a 20-minute timer for yourself, and we are working on all of your daily tasks, one weekly task per day, and then one monthly task, if you can kind of fit it in, maybe per day, or maybe not. Maybe it makes more sense to plan for that monthly task. Maybe it's something that you have to like purchase an item to get a job done or something. Do a little planning, because sometimes the monthly tasks can be a little bit bigger, but making some concentrated effort to working towards a monthly task per day. And then continue gifting yourself these 20 minutes of daily home cleaning after the challenge is complete. And really, truly, congratulations on staying committed this far, because you are the one who did it. You were the one who committed. You were the one who stuck with it. You were the one who maybe had some not so great days, but you got back on track and you stayed with it. So honestly, congratulations. And now that we have completed these 3 weeks, hopefully you are at a place where you don't mind doing these things. It has become a part of your muscle memory. And that's really the goal here. Because when we were born, we did not know how to brush our teeth. But because we brushed our teeth morning and night, morning and night, morning and night, we learned how to do it. And it becomes such a staple, such a basic part of our lives that we couldn't imagine not brushing our teeth. Like, that would be really gross and disgusting, right? So it's the same thing. You've now created this muscle memory to get those daily tasks done, and it's going to feel really odd if you don't unload your dishwasher. It's gonna feel really odd when you don't do certain things. And for me personally, I just have, and again, I go into a little bit deeper detail with the task videos, but it just feels bizarre for me to go to bed with a sink full of dishes. It really feels bizarre to me to go to bed with pillows and blankets all over the living room. I don't want to wake up to that, so I just typically, as long as I'm feeling up to it and as long as I'm feeling physically fine, I love to just do that little 5-minute burst of tidying up before I go to bed, because it's my gift to me in the morning. It's my gift to me for tomorrow, right? So evaluate yourself right now. So like, think about the past 21 days, remembering that done is better than perfect. It's always better than perfect, and progress over progress over perfection every time. So review your task list and consider which tasks are not getting done. And then let's consider why they're not getting done. Is it because of time constraints? Maybe with this challenge, you're finding that like 20 minutes, that's all you can do. Like that is all you can do because you are running yourself ragged. Or maybe all you can do is 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here. And literally that's it for the rest of the day because you're not physically at home to do the stuff. You're like literally dumping stuff, sleeping. And so consider adding a bit more cleaning time on days when you're able to, if that's the case. Maybe you can notice your scrolling time and maybe just dial it back and claim some of those 5 minutes from your scrolling time and just apply it to some daily tasks that need to get completed, right? Do your most dreaded task. Do your most dreaded task first. So if you've ever read the book Eat That Frog, if you've never read it, by Brian Tracy, I highly recommend it. Another great read. That's the essential concept of the book is when you do your most dreaded task first, the rest of the job is super duper easy. So like I love to do the thing that I don't want to do because like I don't love scrubbing toilets every day, but guess what? I just do it and get it done. And then the rest of the time is actually like meditative to, dust and vacuum. And for me, it's calming. I turn music on and I make the best of it, but I also make the best money I've ever made, probably, like, I don't want to say forever, but I mean, I make incredible money, and you can too. So do you lack the physical ability to complete certain tasks? And that may be the issue. There have been so many clients that I have helped that just didn't physically have the ability to bend over and scrub baseboards, or they didn't have the physical capability to climb on a couple of steps to properly dust the ceiling fan. So if you lack the physical capabilities to do so, or you're even more restricted than that, I mean, you're bedridden, you can't do all these things. Really consider hiring someone to come in. If it's a money constraint, consider consulting with your health insurance. A lot of health insurances do cover complimentary personal care, just so you're aware. I used to work for a company that's what I did. So if you have that available and to you, take advantage of it. But if it's not a time constraint and you just like aren't making the time, like taking it away from the socials and the Netflixing and that kind of thing, then consider where you can make a change for yourself. But if you're actually lacking the physical capabilities and abilities to do so, look into your health insurance options, or also consider hiring a professional from professional service. Definitely before you hire, look up the reviews and things and find a trusted person that can come help you. But maybe you realize that after doing this, you're kind of like me, like you don't mind it. It's actually, it feels really great to do it and to clean things, and it's kind of meditative, and it's not the worst thing. And maybe you might need a great job, or maybe you might like a flexible work option, or maybe you need a little bit of extra cash and you're like, I could probably, work like 3 hours here or 3 hours there and make enough to help pay for those extras, and especially for, you know, parents or, you know, anyone that has sudden extra expenses. Just having that little bit of extra income can be helpful. So we do a certified training on another platform, and I do personal coaching and more in-depth training. But right here on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, so you're gonna go ahead and get linked in with our free masterclasses right here that I am happy to provide for you, because I never want anyone to feel stuck in life. And I feel like I've been given this gift of the education and expertise and the knowledge. So I want to share with others and help alleviate any stresses, any financial stresses, or any stresses of feeling stuck. Keep building those cleaning muscles one day at a time, because this is your clean start. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.